I hope you're having a wonderful Thursday evening as we are experiencing some thunderstorms across our area right now. But when you look outside, besides the clouds and storms, we do have some fairly nice temperatures as we're in the upper and mid 60s, which is quite nice for this time of year. But I'll flip around on us later going into next week. But we'll get into that more later. Live radar right now, you can see that we have some thunderstorms going on right now. None that are quite severe yet, but we could see that later as the Storm Prediction Center just put out a mesoscale discussion over our area, more so for north central Tennessee, showing the strong to severe storm development being possible later this evening. And even with that, they put out a slight risk for the day one outlook. And that is also for north central Tennessee. Bowling Green, we are staying in the non-severe risk. And so it's kind of flipped from yesterday with tornado risk as well. We're at 2%, but what separates us is that damaging wind and hail probability is at 15%, and those are once again in north central Tennessee, not affecting any of the south central Kentucky area. And this is due to the storms moving through overnight, and then we'll have some showers after that, but those will not be severe. So as you move through this evening, right around after midnight, they should be done with, and we'll have a nice break in the rain activity. And we'll move into the next storm system, which will bring us some rain, not too much anything crazy. Could hear a rumble of thunder or two, but nothing too concerning. But as we go throughout the week and we look at the 12Z GFS on the precipitation type, you can see that once we get past those initial showers, we're going to start to have a little bit of winter activity popping up. So this will be Tuesday through Thursday. You can see that we have some ice and possibly some snow moving through south central Kentucky, but Nashville and north central Tennessee, you'll be having a bit more of rain probabilities, but we'll get more into that later. Total precipitation that we could see out of this is anywhere between 2 to 5 inches, and that really depends on the more isolated spots of stronger rain showers. And so we could also see some snow out of this. I'm not so confident about seeing a whole bunch of snow, but we could see up to 2.5 inches as it shows there in our northern coverage area. But freezing rain is my main concern for this, and this is something that will cause a lot of travel delays as well as a lot of infrastructure issues. So, as you can see, as you saw in the 12Z GFS, we have that temperature just leading into um, a bit of a rain snow mix, and that's where we get that freezing rain. But we'll talk about that more in just a second. Climate Prediction Center's temperature outlook, you can see that we're slightly above average, if not normal, there on temperatures for the next 6 to 10 days, as well as the precipitation. We are more of the above average compared to across the nation, but most of the nation have an above average as well, so we are not alone on that at least. But 7 day outlook, you can see that it is going to be a fairly miserable one over the next week. Next 2 days, we have those rain showers that shouldn't be too severe in the north and the Bowling Green, south central Kentucky area. But as you move through the week, you can see that we do have some ice possible Tuesday. I was mentioning that earlier, and you look at those temperatures, 32 and as the low and 42 as the high. You can kind of see where I'm getting that ice precipitate or freezing rain potential. And so we'll have to keep a close eye on that, but it's a little too early to say whether or not we will get some Thursday. You saw that I kind of have that question mark of rain, snow, or ice, and that's because it's so far out that it's a little hard to tell. So we'll get more into that on a midweek update next week. But Nashville, you experience around the same thing until we get into next week, and that's when you see rain chances. I don't believe y'all will get much of this freezing rain or snow potential. And so you'll definitely want to keep an eye out on the weather, folks, and I'll give you an update come midweek. And so have a great one, folks, and stay safe.